Why learn numbers? You already know how to count. But numbers are useful in a variety of situations. When do you use numbers in tourism? Let's pause a second and think about it. You need numbers to tell the time, for train departure times, at the airport, for opening times for museums or shops, to tell the time of the next tour, or to speak about schedules. You need numbers to tell the date. You need numbers to speak about prices. You need numbers to speak about distances. You also need numbers to describe monuments and natural features. Let's recap. You need numbers to tell the time, to tell the price, to talk about distances, to tell the date, to describe monuments and natural features. Now a few words on numbers. Another word for number is figure. You can also use digit, though very often digit is used for numbers between 0 and 9. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, etc. and even numbers are 2, 4, 6, etc. Let's review the numbers from 20 to 99. Check that you're able to write and pronounce them correctly. 20, 30 and 13, 40 and 14, 50 and 15, 60 and 16, 70 and 17, 80 and 18, 90 and 19. Let's talk about large numbers. This is 100 or 100, 100 or 110, 999. Notice there is no S at the end of 100. Notice there is AND after 100 in British English, but American English doesn't require it. Read the following sentence. There are 5 million inhabitants in this country. As you can see, there is no use of after 5 million, though in French people would use it. Large numbers, 1,000. This is 1,000 or 1,000. This is 2,345. Notice there is no AND after 1,000. Notice there is a comma to separate groups of 3 digits. Notice there is no S at the end of 1,000. But thousands of people, des milliers de gens. Hundreds of visitors, des centaines de visiteurs. Dozens of opportunities, des dizaines d'opportunités. Millions of euros, des millions d'euros. Tens of thousands of Britons, des dizaines de milliers de Britanniques. Scores of tourists, des dizaines de touristes. Dozens doesn't mean dizaines, it means dozens, but it will be translated as dizaines in French most of the time. Scores means vingtaine, but same thing, we would translate it as douzaine or dizaine. Very large numbers. 100,000 or 100,000. A million, 1 million. A milliard or billion. 123,456,789. Now telling the time. Forget what you learned at school, past, to, that's very difficult. Just say the numbers. Your train is leaving at 11:40. The shop closes at 20:30 or 8:30 p.m. The park is open from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. And this is midday or noon, or if it's the night, midnight. Telling the date. To tell the date, you need to review the ordinal numbers. First, the first. Second, the second. Third, the third. Fourth, the fourth. Fifth, the fifth. Sixth, the sixth. Seventh, the seventh. Eighth, the eighth. Ninth, the ninth. 10th, the 10th. And then you just continue to add th at the end of the numbers, except of course for 21st, 22nd, 31st, 32nd, 33rd, etc. Also, pay attention to the spelling. Look at 8th, look at 9th. Telling the date. On the 15th of March, 2017 or 2017. This is 1800. This is the year 2000. This is 1066. Do you know what happened in 1066? More on telling the time. This is 1805. This is 46 BC. BC stands for before Christ. 52 AD. AD stands for Anno Domini, which means after Christ. Or more exactly in Latin, Anno Domini Jesu Christi, in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. Telling the price. 45 euros, $456, 1,234 pounds. $7.99. 10 pounds, 99 pence. Remember, 1 penny, 2 pence. And in the context of tourism, this is 150 pounds per person. This is 250 euros per person per night. The price in other words. For transport, you can use fare, as in train or rail fare, bus fare, airfare, or taxi fare. For tourist attraction, you can speak of entrance or admission fees. Now let's talk about distances. How far is Arcachon from Bordeaux? Arcachon is 60 kilometers away from Bordeaux. Arcachon est à 60 kilomètres. The Modern Art Museum is just a stone's throw away from the hotel. Le Musée d'Art Moderne est à 2 pas de l'hôtel. The tram stop is within walking distance of the convention center. L'arrêt de tram est très proche du centre des congrès. Il est accessible à pied. The Galapagos Islands are 600 miles off the coast of Equator. Les îles Galapagos sont à 600 miles au large des côtes de l'Équateur. The airport is a mere 20-minute drive from the resort. L'aéroport est à juste 20 minutes de voiture de l'hôtel. Local trains run every 20 minutes. Les trains régionaux partent toutes les 20 minutes. Describing the dimensions of a monument or a natural feature. Let's take the example of a cathedral. The St. André Cathedral is 407 feet long, 59 feet wide, and 75 feet high in the nave and 95 feet high in the chancel. The Garonne River is 1,800 feet across or wide in Bordeaux. At its headwaters, the Mississippi is less than 3 feet deep. Long is long, wide is large, high is haut. Across can be a synonym for wide in this instance. Deep is profond. Adjectives and nouns. The adjective is long, the noun is length. The adjective is high, sometimes tall. The noun is height. The adjective is wide, and the noun is width, sometimes beam, especially for boats. The adjective is deep, and the noun is depth, la profondeur. High or tall. For chimneys, towers, skyscrapers, trees, people, and anything else you can think whose height is purely vertical and rises or grows high compared to others of its kind, native speakers will tend to prefer tall. Its most common antonym is short. Example, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is only 55.86 meters tall. I am taller than my sister. The giraffe is the tallest animal. For hills, buildings that are wide as well as tall, walls, women hills, and for objects above without physical contact. The ground, use high, its antonym is often low. 6-inch high heel shoes. A high-rise building, the ceiling is 4 feet high. Sometimes both adjectives can be used to describe the same object and are both fully acceptable. The world's tallest tree is hiding somewhere in California. It's 369 feet high.